Hello, Nick. Good morning. How are you today, Nick?
Good morning, Paola. I'm doing great. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Very happy to be here today again doing this fourth episode of this Nick's and Paola's Breakthrough Show that we are doing. Thank you. Very happy to be here today again doing this fourth episode of this Nick's and Paola's Breakthrough Show that we are doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am Paola Ripoll. I'm the owner of Paola Healing and an emotion coach certified practitioner. I'm very happy to be here this Sunday with Nick Kidawski again, doing this 4 episode. Today, we are going to talk, Nick, I'm going to talk about fears of being successful. And Nick also is going to talk about fears. Hello, Nick.
Hello, Paola. Yeah, I'll be talking specifically about fear of failure
Exactly.
and just different areas that we can hold it in our body. And then I'll also be talking about a couple of tools to help you with letting go of fear of failure and moving forward in your life.
Yes. Remember, everyone, in order that today Nick is going to pick one volunteer and I'm going to choose another volunteer to work with. And we're going to help two persons today in this show. So please remember, in order that we can choose you, it's very important for us that in advance, if you want to be chosen, write your name, please, and also write your name. So then Nick and I will choose, each one is going to choose one person to work with.
Yeah, definitely. And then, maybe if, Paola, if you're choosing someone for fear of success,
Mhm.
for someone that wants to volunteer, if you want to maybe write like what your
Exactly.
specific fear of success is around, and then if you want to maybe write like what your specific fear of failure is around, that way we can be a little bit more specific.
Yes, it's completely true. That is very important because, for example, having fear of failure or fear of success, you can have, for example, like this type of fear of to start like a new diet or to start exercising or starting like a new project in your life, going back to school or going back to the university or I mean, it can be even quit smoking, even quit smoking. I mean, taking a big decision in your life. So, any type of fear of failure or success that you're having, please be specific with Nick and with me. Tell us your name, tell us your age, and we are going to be very happy to assist you. And please, we will appreciate so much if you can share this live video that we are doing in your Facebook page. Why? Because if you do it, you are going to help more people. Could be that someone that you know also needs help because it's having a huge fear of failure or success, and that's the way that we can help. Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. It's really our intent behind doing this show, to really get this information out to as many people as we can, to be able to help as many people as we can, because we want people to really get back to being the person that they absolutely love to be, so that that can kind of ripple through their families or their family, and their friends and their community.
Exact, exact. So, do you want to tell us about the fear of failure, Nick?
Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to go ahead and talk about that, Paola. A fear of failure. I think this is something that we all struggle with. I've certainly struggled with it myself in the past. And what I found through doing energy work over, geez, the past couple of years, decades really, is that we can hold the fear of failure in very specific areas of our body. So the first area is around the heart. So in the emotion code, there is this concept of a heart wall. And a heart wall is simply trapped emotions that you build around your heart due to past stressful or traumatic or overwhelming experiences that you've been through. And so it's literally like building a wall of trapped emotions around your heart. And when we have this wall of trapped emotions around our heart, it can prevent us from discovering or from fulfilling our life's mission. It can also prevent us from listening to the very subtle voice of our heart, the very subtle messages of our heart. And then when we have this heart wall, it can be difficult for us to let go of our past and move forward. Because if you have a number of trapped emotions around your heart, you're basically feeling those emotions 24 hours, 7 days a week. And so when you want to attempt something, like Paola said, whether it's going back to school or starting a business or maybe starting a family, and there's some fear of failure around that, you can be feeling those trapped emotions in your body, and then you kind of bump up against them and you're feeling them, and that will prevent you from moving forward, and that will also cause maybe a fear of failure in your mind. So another big area that and by the way, with the heart wall, Dr. Bradley Nelson, he discovered that 97% of people in the world have a heart wall. So when you get your heart wall completely released by a certified emotion code practitioner, then that puts you at the 7% of people in the world that do not have a heart wall, which I think is really, really awesome. So the second area that you can hold the fear of failure in your body is in your root chakra. So we have 7 main chakras, they're energy centers in the body, and our root chakra is the first chakra. And so this chakra has a lot to do with our physical health. It has a lot to do with being stable and being grounded. But the root chakra is also connected with our survival instincts. So it's connected with the adrenal glands as well. And oftentimes, when we have a fear of failure, we will that survival instinct will kind of kick in, and we might not do what we want to do as a result of a fear of failure or as a result of keeping ourselves safe. So it's important to get trapped emotions released from your root chakra and from your adrenal glands to help your body to start to come out of that fight or flight state and into a state of being balanced and into a state of feeling grounded and feeling stable. The other thing about the root chakra too is when we have a strong sense of being grounded and being stable, um, then we can kind of stand in our own power. We can stand in our own authenticity, and we can feel more confident about moving forward. Versus if we don't feel very grounded, if we feel kind of unstable, if we feel unsupported in our life, then that will prevent us from moving forward, and that will further perpetuate that feeling of failure if we start something new. Another area that we can hold a fear of failure in the body is in our solar plexus chakra. And this chakra, this energy center, On an energetic level, it is connected to your thoughts, it's connected to your beliefs, it's connected to the state of your mind. It's also connected to your sense of self, your sense of self esteem, your sense of confidence. So, whenever I work with a client and they come to me having a fear of failure or low self esteem or a lack of confidence, that kind of clues me in right away um, to look and to see if their solar plexus chakra is balanced and healthy, or if I need to release some trapped emotions that they're holding in their solar plexus chakra that are causing it to go out of balance. And then finally, I have one more area for you where we can hold the fear of failure, and that's in the kidneys and the bladder. So the kidneys and the bladder, they are connected to our nervous system. They're also connected to our ability to kind of go with the flow of life. So if that's difficult for you, going with the flow of life, and you have a fear of failure, then the two are most likely connected. Um, if you have a fear of failure and you find yourself going into that fight or flight response quite a bit, that's going to affect your sympathetic nervous system. And that is going to, in turn, affect your kidneys and your bladder. Again, because all of those are connected. So, getting trapped emotions released from your kidneys, from your bladder, the organs themselves, getting trapped emotions released from the meridians or the energetic channels that connect to those organs. And then finally, getting trapped emotions released from your nervous system to start to bring all of that back into balance. And so, all of that kind of combined, getting your heart wall released, working with your root chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your adrenal glands, your nervous system, your kidneys, your bladder, all of that will help your body to start to come back into balance and start to heal itself so that you can release that fear of failure and you can move forward in your life however however you want to. So if all of that is making sense for you, go ahead and type in the comments, let us know. And then with everything that I said, if any of that kind of fits for you right now, go ahead and let us know in the comments as well. That would be really, really helpful. So there you go. That is my little spiel on the fear of failure. So, Paola, did you want to go ahead and talk about a fear of success?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course, Nick. Are you going to choose right now a volunteer, or we choose the volunteers at the end?
Oh, we can choose at the end. I think that's okay.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
thank you, everyone. We appreciate so much that everyone is here and listening. Thank you, Nick. Awesome. I love what you explained today. And I'm going to talk about the fear of success. Often, what I see with my clients is that they hold this fear of being successful in the stomach or around the heart. Always, I like to ask, where do you feel it in your body? And what I have seen, this is my experience, is that if they don't hold it in the stomach, they hold it around the heart. And what are the fears of being successful? Well, could be that you are one of these persons that you are having fear of starting a new relationship, or fear of being in a relationship, or fear to get married, or perhaps it's a fear of going back to school. It could be you could be an adult and perhaps you are going to university, or you are going to start going to university, and you are having this fear of success, fear of what is going to happen there, or this fear of success you are going to go through if you are going to have like to qualify to get in a new school, in a new university. Also, you can be a kid. You can be a kid and you are going to a new school and you are having a fear of being successful, going to a new school and having new friends in that school. Also, could be that you are having a fear of being successful because you are going to start learning to drive, and you are going to start taking classes to learn to drive, or someone is going to show you. But perhaps you are having fear that you are going to go through and you are going to learn. So this is fear of success also. It could be also that you are having like kind of fear of being successful in your business. Perhaps you have this fear of also, it could be, or you want to start a new business and you are having like the fear of being successful in your new business, or actually you don't have a business of your own, but you work in a company and you want to go to a higher position, but you're kind of having fear if you are going to be successful in a higher position. Is like one part of you wants that, but the other part is having fear. We are not having this balance. Also could be a fear of being successful because you want to exercise. Let's see that you want to lose weight, and also you want to change the shape of your body, but you are having this shape, this kind of fear of being successful. Like asking yourself, perhaps I'm not going to make it. Perhaps diet is not going to work. Perhaps if I do this, it's not going to work. So that's also a fear of being successful. Also, and this is very interesting. I have seen with a lot of clients this, and this is a typical fear of being successful. Guess which kind of fear? People that smoke. People that smoke. People that smoke. Why? And why they have fear of being successful. Perhaps you are one of these persons that you smoke, or you know someone that smokes. Why this fear? This is a very good example to give you, because normally people that smoke, they have tried a lot of things already. They have tried like the gums to quit smoking, or they have tried like using some sprays or using some pills or using other things to quit smoking, or sometimes they have reduced the amount. Let's say that they smoke like 20 cigarettes a day and they say, I want to quit, so now I'm going to smoke only 5 or 10, but then they fail. So they have here that fear of being successful that also is very related with the fear. It's like this, it's going like this with the fear of failure. Of course, they have it because they have tried already and they fail. So they have this type of fear. And what I have seen is, remember, we have the conscious mind and we have the subconscious mind. The conscious mind knows between the 5 and the 10% of what we do, of the behavior that we have. But this super intelligence computer that we have is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the mind that knows absolutely everything and remembers everything. Sometimes we are not aware of that when we use the subconscious mind. I'm going to give you an example. For example, when we learn to eat, we have learned to eat by a repetitive pattern, taking the fork and taking the food inside in our mouth. So it's a repetitive pattern, and someone has shown us to do that. So the way we eat, it's something that is in the subconscious mind, and we do it automatically. We don't need to think how we're going to do it. If you drive, it's exactly the same. If you bike, If you go in a bicycle and you bike, at a certain age, you have learned how to bike. So you get in the bike and you drive the bike. You ride the bike. That's it. You don't need to say, okay, now I'm going to do this. No, it's something that we do automatically. If you know how to ski, it's exactly the same. At a certain age, you learn and you remember because that is in the subconscious mind. So what happened? That the beliefs that we have and the behaviors that we have now, that we are adults, we learned that before we were 10 years old. And that is here. I mean, that is in the subconscious mind. So what Nick and we do with emotion code, that is what we use, is that we work with your subconscious mind. Why? Because we ask your subconscious mind, in this case, why you are having this fear of failure, why you are not feeling safe with something you want to do in your life. And for example, in my case, I will ask your subconscious mind, what is holding you back? Why you are having this fear of being successful in whatever area in your life that you want to be successful. So it's so beautiful when we enter your subconscious mind. Why? Because we can release trap emotions. Trap emotions, that, remember, are balls of energy that you have in your body. And with the specific topic that we're talking today, these are trap emotions that are blocking you, to be successful, for example. Also, there are other imbalances in your body that can be related with this, as Nick has explained, in the kidneys, in the adrenals, in the chakras, in your nervous system, etc. And also, there are negative beliefs. Also, there are these limiting beliefs that we hold. So we are very happy to help you today. Nick is going to choose one person, and I am going to choose one person. Let's see who has wrote here. It's help, and we're going to pick one volunteer. If it's the first time that you are watching, it's very nice if you tell us from which part in the world you are watching. So, Nick, we have here Marlene Pink. Marlene is saying that she's having fear of whatever romantic relationship she might be. And to start, yes, and then we have Liz. Hello, Liz. How are you? Oh, Liz says that she has fear of relationships.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I think Paola, I'll go ahead and I'll work with Marlon.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see, Cindy. Oh, hello, Cindy. She says, good job explaining. Then we have Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer says, I get in a minor panic attack right now. Fear and pulse racing.
Yeah, so Paola, I went ahead and I just gave her a little comment here on how to go ahead and ground her energy because usually
Yeah, that's
with
very,
a panic attack, you have energy going up in the body, so you want to kind of reverse that
yeah,
and get energy going back down into the earth.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. So let's see. I'm going to muscle test and I'm going to see who's the person that I'm going to choose. Let's see. You have chosen Marlene already. So let's see.
Hmm.
Is Cindy and Jennifer, that they are the ones that, remember, guys, because the only way that Nick and we can choose you is this. You need to give, sorry, you need to give permission. It's the only way. And the permission you are giving us is with your name, with your age. And of course, it's important that you tell us what is that feel of failure or feel of success. So let's see who I'm going to choose to work with. It's going to be, let's see. I will go ahead and I'm going to work with listening.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see.
And while you're doing that, Paola, I'll just mention for the people that are watching, and this goes for your Facebook friends as well, if you haven't worked with Paola and I doing a one-on-one session to go a little bit deeper with releasing trapped emotions, both of us, we offer in a 30-minute introductory emotion code session where we can start to work one-on-one again to start to go a little bit deeper to release trapped emotions that might be causing you or contributing to physical or emotional pain. And so we can start to release those for you so that you can get back to being the person that you love to be. And we also offer discounted packages as well to go ahead and start to clear your heart wall, to start to take those trapped emotions one by one around your heart and release them so that you can be completely heart wall free. So if that is something that you resonate with, if you think that's something that one of your Facebook friends resonates with, contact us or have them contact us just by sending us a direct message on Facebook. And we'll go ahead and we'll get back with you. And we'll be happy to set that up.
Yes, thank you, Nick. And we are going to write down here in the comments my page, my Facebook page, where you can contact me, and Nick is going to write his Facebook page where you can direct contact him. Also, you can use this page, Nick and Paola Breakthrough Show. And yes, this is important. So if you have someone that has never experienced the motion code and that person that might be interested, yes, we are going to be, we're very happy to help, and we're very happy to work with that person offering this emotion code complementary session. So I think that we're going to have a moment of silence. Do you want, Nick, before we start working?
Yeah, that sounds great, Paola.
So we're going to have a moment of silence. Remember, everyone, that this is a work that we don't do alone. Always we ask help from above. So you can believe in anything or anyone or only in energy. Ask that help to be with us today in this moment and to help us. Thank you. So amen. Thank you. So I'm going to start working with Julius.
All right, awesome, Paola.
I'm working for Liz. Yeah, I'm connected with you, Liz, already. So we'll see Liz.
And so as you're doing that, Paola, I'll go ahead and I'll explain a little bit about the emotion
Oh,
code.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So the emotion code, it's a type of energy work that was developed by a chiropractor, Dr. Bradley Nelson, many years ago, and he's still with us today, which is awesome. And what he found was that when his chiropractic patients would come into his office and they would be dealing with physical or emotional pain, that the main root cause of their pain is what he called trapped emotions. And so a trapped emotion, it's basically a literal ball of energy about the size of your fist that will get stuck or trapped in your body. And Dr. Bradley Nelson, after many, many years of doing the emotion code, he created this emotion code chart. So it is 60 possible emotions that we can get stuck or that we can get trapped in our body. And so this is the chart that Paola is using right now while she is doing some emotion code work. So again, 60 possible emotions that you can get stuck or that you can get trapped in your body. And it's very, very common to actually have hundreds of trapped emotions just due to life experience. But don't let that discourage you because those trapped emotions can be released. It is possible. So when we have these trapped emotions in the body, what they can do is, like I was saying earlier, we can be feeling them 24 hours, 7 days a week. And it's going to be easy to kind of slip into those emotions. So, whether that's a trapped emotion of fear, of low self esteem, of feeling worthless, of humiliation, of blaming. Again, when we have those trapped emotions in our body, we're going to be more easily, it's going to be easier for us rather to like slip into and to feel those emotions. So the creator of the emotion code, Dr. Bradley Nelson, he says that about 90% of all of our physical and emotional concerns are due to these trapped emotions. So it's really our past emotional baggage that really holds us back from really living the life we want to live, from getting past a fear of failure, getting past a fear of success, and um, again, really wanting to live the life that we want to live, and really be the person that we want to be. Excuse me. So, through the emotion code, through a series of sessions, like I said, it is possible to start to release these trapped emotions. And as that happens, it's very common for acute and chronic pain to decrease. In the case of a fear of failure or fear of success, once those past trapped emotions are released, that might shift someone's thinking or their belief or their attitude around a fear of failure or around a fear of success. And they may be more likely to actually go and do the thing that they were afraid of. Or they may notice that, the fear of success doesn't really have much of like a hold over them as it did previously. So it's really kind of cool to see what can happen just by releasing our past emotional baggage. And the thing that's really cool about it is the emotion code, neither Paola or I are, a licensed counselor or a licensed psychotherapist. So, with an emotion code session, you don't have to delve into your past and bring up all sorts of uncomfortable feelings and memories and emotions. Oftentimes, it's just finding the trapped emotion and then releasing it. So it's that simple, but it can be very, very powerful. I noticed for myself with clients that I've worked with, they've often told me after we've gotten done with a series of emotion code sessions that they really appreciated that the work was very deep, but again, that they didn't have to like trudge or bring up a whole bunch of uncomfortable past experiences. It's like the trapped emotion was just identified and then again, it was released. So sometimes in the realm of energy work, um, you don't always need to know the specifics of something. You know, you could like drive yourself crazy trying to go back and remember the specifics about something. But the beauty of working with the subconscious mind is it knows all that information already. So sometimes it's just important to identify a trapped emotion and then release it. And later on, if your subconscious mind really wants to have closure around a specific trapped emotion or around a specific, a specific past event that you've gone through, um, what I've found is in the next day or two after an emotion code session, you may get an image that might flash in your mind about that past event. Or I've had some clients where they've told me that they've had like a vivid dream about the event in their past. So again, that only happens if your subconscious mind really wants some sort of closure around a trapped emotion or around some sort of past event that you've been through. So again, if this is something that's making sense for you, if it resonates with you, just go ahead and type it into the comments so that we know.
So, thank you, Nick. I finished already working with Liz. Do you want to go ahead? And then I start telling Liz what I found and what I released on her.
Yeah, that sounds great, Paola.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Liz, I have muscle test, and I have asked your subconscious mind for the severity, your severity from 0 to 10 that you were having of being in a relationship, of having a boyfriend. And you know what I test? You are going to confirm me. I test that the fear is 10. I fear that the team, well was 10. So, what I found, I will tell you. Remember that something that I like to do, always I say, less talk and more healing. Why? I ask your subconscious mind as much as your subconscious mind needs to know. Why? Because I prefer to release one more trap emotions or more trap emotions than asking more to your subconscious mind because I'm just curious. So I ask what your subconscious mind needs to know in order to release the trap emotion. So when I give you more information, is because your subconscious mind needs to know more information in order to allow us to release the trap emotion. So, Liz, the first trap emotion that I found is heartache. That trap emotion was lodged in your heart. It seems that when you were 26 years old, you felt this type of pain. That is this type of pain. You felt a lot of sadness, something that you felt that your heart was broken in pieces because that's heartache. So I found this when you were 26 years old. Also, I found a trap emotion of helplessness at the same age. That is when you were 26 years old, Liz. Then I found lack of control when you were 26 years old. In this trap emotion, your subconscious needed to know more. So, oh, Carla, hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. So your subconscious mind needed to know more about the lack of control. So you trap lack of control, Liz, when you were 26 years old. This is related with your family, uh, with a man in your family, and is with your dad. So it seems that something happened to you when you were 26 that you felt that you were not having control in your life, control of something, and you absorb this trap emotion of lack of control. Also, Liz, another trap emotion that, by the way, the trap emotion of lack of control was lodged in your stomach. Then I found indecisiveness when you were 26 years old. Indecisiveness is when we want to do something, but we are having some problems to decide. It's like, for example, what shall I do today? Shall I travel to Paris or shall I travel to Spain? Shall I start the diet today or tomorrow? So it's indecisiveness. Indecisiveness, some kind of indecisiveness was going on when you were 26 years old. Also, Liz, tell me if this resonates with you, because normally when we find trap emotions, always it will ring a bell. And you will say, yes, I know what it is. If you don't, if this bell will not ring, that's okay. The most important thing is that the energy is not in your physical body anymore. Then I found a trap emotion of panic when you were 25 years old. This is related with a male, but is not a male. Is not a male from your family list. Then I found failure when you were 19 years old. Uh, this failure trap emotions is related with a male also. And then I found absorbed panic. What this means, that is not yours, it's only absorbed. You have absorbed this panic from a male when you were 30 years old. And I'm going to give you an example of the absorbed trap emotions. For example, this is a very nice example that Dr. Bradley Nelson gives, that he says that he was having like a client, but this client also, it was friend of his wife. So this woman had an accident. She has a car accident. So she was in his house, and she was, and then the wife of Dr. Bradley has hugged this person. And you know what happened? That these emotions, I mean, the trap emotions, and specifically he talks about physical trauma. The wife of Dr. Bradley Nelson, she has absorbed that, only giving a hug for this friend that she had a car accident. And then he has discovered that because she was having in pain. I think that if I remember correctly, the pain was in the neck. So imagine, there are like a lot of ways how we can absorb emotions from others. Sometimes we hug someone that is crying, or it's having a lot of pain, or has been through an accident, or someone has passed away and they feel very sad, and we absorb that energy. But also, it's not necessary that we need to hug someone in order that we absorb the energy. That person can be in the same room that we are. Also, at the same time, we can be in a restaurant, and perhaps we don't know the person that is there, and move like a sponge of energies that we absorb the energy. So it seems that you have absorbed panic when you were 30. And then I released the last trap emotion that I released for you, Liz, is creative insecurity. When you were 27 years old, creative insecurity is very associated with something new that we are going to start or we're going to do in our lives. So, for example, let's say that you want to write a book, but you are having this fear of writing a book, this creative insecurity to do it, this brain fog that you cannot see clearly. So we can have creative insecurity for everything. Dr. Bradley Nelson suggests to create the creative insecurity trap emotion for an energy for everything new that we are going to start. For example, we can release the creative insecurity sweeping 3 times over our governor meridian to start a new diet, to speak with a new person, to talk with a new client, to start a new project, to write a new book, to start exercising, to quit smoking. I mean, for everything that if you are going to go to, for example, let's say to a new school, or you are going to do, I mean, what Nick and I were doing today, the live videos. I have seen that a lot of people, for example, it's very afraid of doing this. It's feeling a lot of insecure, asking themselves, oh, perhaps I'm not going to do it well, etc., etc., etc. So always I suggest release creative insecurity. Do that. Release creative insecurity. So it seems that you wanted to start something new when you were 27 years old because you trapped creative insecurity. That's what I found, Liz. So please share with us if something resonates in you, if it rings a bell. Thank you. Thank you, Nick.
All right, awesome job, Paola. Cool. All right, so Liz, I'm sorry, not Liz, Marlon. Marlon, I worked with you, and thank you for volunteering, by the way. So I worked with your fear of a relationship not working long term for you. And so what I found was this concern for you is 7 out of a 10. So with one being like no concern at all, and a 10 being like a major concern, it seems like it's up there for you. It's pretty intense. So what I found was your solar plexus chakra to be out of balance. It's basically shifted to the back of your body. So there should normally be an equal amount of energy rather, um, with a chakra in the front of the body and in the back of the body. And chakras, they go through the body horizontally. So again, an equal amount of energy in the front of the body and an equal amount of energy in the back of the body. So your solar plexus chakra, again, was shifted all the way to the back of your body. And so the solar plexus chakra, on an energetic level, this has a lot to do with our thoughts, with our attitudes, with our beliefs, with our sense of self, with our confidence, with our self-esteem. And if we have blocks or concerns in any of those areas, that is going to cause our solar plexus chakra to be out of balance. So my guess for you, Liz, is that this concern for you of a relationship not working long term, it's something that you think about a lot, and it's something that you might worry about a lot, and you might have maybe like a fearful thought or belief or an attitude around that. And I'm saying that because, again, I found the main root cause of this to be held in your solar plexus chakra, to be held in your mental body. So the first emotion that I released for you around this was an emotion of feeling peeved. And this isn't your emotion. It's actually your mother's. And she picked it up along her mother's line, going back 25 generations. So it's an inherited trapped emotion. So what that means, Marlon, is that someone in your mother's ancestral line, they had a feeling of being peeved, of being pissed off, and they were never able to release it. So that got passed down then the generational line till it got to you. And so that just kind of made its little home in your solar plexus chakra, which is contributing to you having that fear of a relationship not working long term. So I went ahead and released that for you. And that actually also releases from your mother, and that releases backwards along the generational line. The next emotion that I found for you is what's called an emotional resonance. And so this is where your whole entire body can be resonating with a specific trapped emotion. And this emotion for you, I found, was unsupported. And so you trapped this emotion around age 25. So it could be age 24, 25, 26. And I also got that there was a man involved with this as well. So not sure if it was a friendship for you or a work relationship or a romantic relationship around that time. But that's the information that your subconscious told me. So I went ahead and I released that for you. The next thing that I found was called a preconception emotion. And what this is before we are born, wherever we are, we can have certain emotions about being born, about leaving where we are, about being born into a specific environment, about being born into a specific family structure, or being born to certain parents. So, this preconception emotion I found for you was a preconception emotion of humiliation. So, I released that. The next thing that I found was it's called a psychic trauma. And this is where we trap two emotions at the same time into like one ball of energy. And then we're feeling those two emotions 24 hours, 7 days a week. And so these two emotions for you were overwhelm and worthless. And you trapped them around age 15. So this could be around age 14, 15, 16, where you felt those emotions strongly and they got stuck in your body and they were contributing to your fear of a relationship not working long term for you. And then finally, the last thing that I released for you, Marlon, was a non beneficial energetic cord. So, to explain this a little bit, anytime that we are in a friendship, a relationship, maybe a relationship with like your parents or your brother or your sister, if that relationship is a healthy relationship, we will create and form energetic cords that go in between two people. And the healthiest energetic cord that we can have is going from heart to heart. But this can work in the other way, where if we have a negative or an unsupportive or a destructive relationship that we are in currently, or that if we've been in, we can form these non beneficial energetic cords. And what I find is when we have those, it's usually involved around trying to control the other person, or like maybe take the other person's energy, or take the other person's sense of control. So this non-beneficial energetic cord that I found for you, it was connected to your physical heart. And I got that this may have to do with a relationship, a romantic relationship that you are around, or that you were in rather, around that time, around the age of 25. So this could be age 24, 25, 26. And the um, the trapped emotion that I found that was holding that non-beneficial cord in place was a trapped emotion of shock. So, again, when we have these non-beneficial relationships, you're going to find trapped emotions like that hold these cords in place. So, trapped emotions of shock, trapped emotions of fear, feeling unworthy, blaming, humiliation, things like that. So I went ahead and I released that cord from your physical heart. So it's no longer there, which is awesome. So there you go, Marlon. I hope that this helps you out. Let me know if any of that stuff resonates with you that I said. And feel free to send me a direct message on Facebook in the next couple of days, letting me know how you do, if you have any questions. And then also, if you want to do more deeper work, I'm available for that 30-minute introductory emotion code session. So you can message me about that if you would like to as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We are going to do our next show next Sunday, as always, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 12 o'clock Central Time. So if you know someone that we can really benefit, please invite that people to come to our show and to listen. Thank you so much. I don't know if you want to add something, Nick, before we end.
Yeah, so we can talk about next week's show,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
um, so, you know, as a lot of you know right now, it's been you know, it's been in the news, it's been on Facebook, it's a pretty big thing where kids are going back to school. And so, you know, that might be causing the parents a lot of anxiety and worry and fear, and that might be causing the kids a lot of anxiety and worry and fear. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the next show. So I'm going to be talking about parents and how some of the anxieties and worries and fears that they have about their kids might not actually be theirs. They might actually be inherited emotions that they have taken on from their parents or that they have taken on from their ancestors.
And I'm going to be talking about kids. Remember, please, if you have childs and you want us to help them, we are going to have to be very happy to do it. If you are a mother or a father and you are going to listen or next show, you can, as a mother or a father, you can give us permission to work on our child, because I will really, really, really like to choose as a volunteer one child that really needs help. Of course, the child needs to be under 18 years old, because if it's 18 or above 18 years old, the person at itself needs to give permission. But if you are a mom or a dad and you really feel or think that your child needs help, I will be very, very happy to help next show. And remember, perhaps your child is doing well and it's wonderful, but you know a mom or a dad that they are concerned and they're worried about their kiddos. So please tell them, because in our next show, we're going to be very happy to help.
Yeah, and you know, thank you, Paola. And I think working with both the parents and the kids, I think that can really go a long way in
Oh,
transforming their relationship.
yes, I totally and completely agree. I totally
Hmm.
and completely agree. Yes, perhaps we can choose like a person that is the mother or the father of the same child, so we work with the same family. I don't know. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, yeah, I think that would be great.
Something like that. Yes.
Yeah,
So, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Remember, every Sunday, Nick Kidawski and me, we are live here doing this show at 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 12 o'clock Central Time. If you need help, if you need more help, please feel free to contact us. You can contact us in this page, or you can reach directly Nick Kidawski, or you can reach me directly. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so, so much.
yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. We really appreciate you. We appreciate you taking some time out on your Sunday to you know, to just kind of watch us do what we do.
So thank you so much and see you next Sunday. Thank you, Nick, so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. See you next Sunday. Thank you, Paola.
Beautiful Sunday for everyone. Goodbye.
All right, goodbye.